1995, Harvard follows the Grateful Dead. James, yeah, James Murdoch, starts a little label in Brooklyn. They call it RAWKU. They call him the hip Murdoch. Earring, so we know he's cool. 1996. Daddy bought it. Rupert didn't care about the hip-hop scene, but he wanted his son in the company machine. So he bought the label, forced his hand. Now the consciousness movement was part of the brand. Most Def on the roster, Talib in the booth. Black Star on the airwaves, speaking truth. But the truth was owned by Fox News, the same network that demonized the very crews. They was profiling on the nightly segment, calling hip-hop violent, calling it negligent. While the son in the earring held the contracts, and the father on the screen told the public to react. RAWKU, who really owned the sound? The rebel with the earring or the empire in the town? They bought the consciousness, wrapped it in a deal. Now tell me how the movement's supposed to be real. RAWKU, so packaged and sold. The voice of the people in the corporate mode. Hey, Black Star dropped, and the world felt hope. Two young brothers on the microphone spoke about the struggle, about the pride, about the fight, but the check cleared on the Murdoch side. James was the face, the cool one in the family, the one who wore the hoodie, the one who didn't stand with me, but he was still a Murdoch, still part of the empire, still had the last name that fed the hate fire. They was pushing narratives on Fox and Friends, while RAWKU was calling for the system to end. That's not a contradiction, that's a strategy. Own the resistance, neutralize the energy. RAWKU, who really own the sound? The rebel with the earring or the empire in the town? They bought the consciousness, wrapped it in a deal. Now tell me how the movement's supposed to be real. RAWKU, they packaged and sold. The voice of the people in a corporate mode. They say keep your enemies close, but what if your enemy owns your microphone? What if the man who calls your music threatening also holds the contract that you're signing? What that? Beyond oblivion. The next attempt, $90 million. The industry exempt. Sony and Warner owe bankruptcy filed. The Murdoch empire still ran wild. They trying to own the infrastructure of the sound, the distribution, the algorithm, the digital ground. So when you think you're independent, think again. The pipeline runs through the same old men. The earring was a costume, the label was a play to capture the rebellion and make it pay. Now we know the game, now we see the hand. Time to take the power back. Understand. RAWKU died in 2007, but the blueprint didn't die. The blueprint got absorbed. Every conscious rapper asks the same question: who really owns my voice? 1995